tryna make it. Too many people, they don't let me down, but I keep it real, no time for hating. I'm always on that PC tryna shape my sound. See, I'm just tryna make it. I've got some people I cannot let it down. Aiming for the top of the mountain. Not there yet, but I've left the ground. Oh, I've left the ground. I'm just tryna make it, yeah, make it, yeah, yeah. Make it, yeah, make it, yeah, yeah. Oh, I've left the ground. I'm just tryna make it, yeah, make it, yeah, yeah. Make it, yeah, make it, yeah, yeah.
All right, y'all. We are back. We are back. We are back again with another one, man. Welcome back to another episode on the JVJ Network. I am your host. Let's talk with JVJ. When you weigh in as usual, man, make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, share, turn notifications on. All that in the bag of chips, man. We trying to grow around here. Can only do it with y'all. So, help a brother out. And I didn't even play my intro music, man. Where my intro music at, man? Where that Otis at? Huh? My Otis. There we go. There we go. Look, y'all, I told y'all that we're going to stay on top of this case, man. We're going to stay on top of this Nolan Wells situation because, like, dude, I've been telling y'all it's been suspicious from the get-go. It's been suspicious from the get-go. People been moving funny and things are crazy. Well, we got an update, y'all. And I don't really understand if people are just trying to muddy the waters to keep everybody confused, or is this some really significant information that makes the story even crazier than what it already is right now? But there was recently a photo that was released. And it's calling into question the timeline that we have been presented with, y'all. And I'm gonna show y'all. Well, obviously you're seeing it on the thumbnail, but we're gonna talk about it. But before we even start talking about that, y'all, I want y'all to hear from this lady, because I keep telling y'all these goddamn demons, and yes, I mean demons, the lineage of evil type people, they really do not want to accept ever when somebody in their community ever does anything wrong or possibly does anything wrong, that they start making up these dumbass, stupid ass excuses or explanations for why things happen. If y'all don't believe me, I'm gonna show you. Because this is the lady that claims she used to be working for CSI, but she don't work for CSI no more. I'm pretty sure the reason that she don't work for CSI no more is because she's stupid like this. But I want y'all to hear this shit from this lady, and then I'm gonna get y'all to the update because I'm gonna let y'all see what they were talking about with this photo, y'all. Because this photo is very revealing. But shout out to Young Don for the first video. We just gonna cover a part of his shit. We ain't even gonna be here that long. Yeah, I gotta go to the grocery store. But as usual, man, get your cigarettes, get your weed, whatever you need. We better go and get into it. So check it. Let's see what this lady talking about, because this lady crazy.
To speed with the developments concerning the Nolan Wells's case, right? Of course, Nolan Wells, the 18-year-old boy who tragically died. We don't know how he died, but who tragically died on the 4th of July. He went out with a boat of 4 white friends, and somebody had to take this picture, right? Who else was in the fucking boat? I haven't heard anybody tell me who, right?
And once again, we gonna talk about this because we always want to, like, it seems like it's an easy thing, an easy target, and everybody kind of gets behind it when you see, like, you know, black kids carrying guns or drinking or smoking and shit. They get demonized for that shit. Ain't nobody, I think I'm like the only one on here that's ever brought up, these motherfuckers are underage drinking right here. And ain't nobody said nothing about it. I'm just saying, just think about it. These motherfuckers are underage drinking. You can see it in the video, see it in the picture. Ain't nobody said nothing. But later been a whole bunch of black kids. They're trying to look at these thugs. Where's their parents and all this shit? All that shit would have came out of the woodwork, y'all. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little agitated right now because this case is really bringing out the true colors of a lot of people. Oh, and I also forgot to tell y'all, man, get ready for your gas to go right back up because Trump's trying to fuck with them Iranians again, y'all. Just forgot to tell y'all that.
People are saying it's one of these guys' parents. Is that relevant? Possibly.
Before we can go, man, shout out to Hurricane, shout out to Coco. He said, who I got in the semifinals World Cup, man? Look, I just got France taking the whole thing, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man. And Mbappe ain't playing. Now, I know Messi been playing good. They already got Holland kicked out the other day. I'm glad his fucking weird face looking ass is gone. But he actually is a good player, y'all. I will give y'all that. He's a really good player. But, yeah, I got France taking the whole thing. But, yeah, look, y'all. A lot of this shit would have been a lot more scrutiny and a lot of more skepticism would have been caused if those 3 white boys were black and that one black kid was white. We all know that. We all know that. I don't think England gonna win shit. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't think England gonna win because they keep talking about Harry Kane is out here just doing it up. Harry Kane ain't really been playing that good. It's been Bellingham that's really been carrying their team when you really think about it. See, all the teams that I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say that right now. But yeah, I just got friends. I got friends. I know some people gonna root for England. They getting there. Who they gotta play? Argentina or something like that? I don't know who they gotta play, but yeah, I ain't got England. But hey, maybe they can make it to the finals. Maybe they can surprise somebody. But we all know that if the roles were reversed, that these people would be getting scrutinized, criticized, called thugs. Their parents would be called out. They'll talk about the black community and all that. We all know that. But none of that's happening right now. But let's keep going.
But anyway, I was just seeing what's out there. What are the new pieces of information people are working with and what are people saying? And so we're going to cover a lot, but I wanted to start with this video right here because it is absolutely fucking ridiculous. All right, so this video is coming from this chick named Amy Santoro on TikTok. Apparently has a PhD, right? Does this shit for a living, right? I'll allow her to introduce herself. I forgot the title she gave herself. But listen to this ridiculous theory that this woman is putting forth as to why and how Nolan died, of course.
And look, y'all, she's gonna give her educated guess about what happened. You see the people it's a lot of people in the comment section that want to just really be on the side of this dumb shit. When y'all hear it, you gonna acting funny. Internet acting funny. I don't know what the hell. I don't even know what the hell. Oh yeah, and look, and I was thinking about covering Poetics when I saw it last night, but that nigga got a problem with his little tether ass. So I ain't covering his ass. I ain't fucking promoting none of his videos over here for a while. Cause well, I ain't gonna say it never, but for right now, I'm not gonna cover him for a while because dude on some hoe ass shit. Like, bro, O'Shea about to fucking destroy your ass with that fucking bullshit. Cause he literally tried to accuse O'Shea of not wanting to work with Africans, saying that if he knew that Poetic was not from America, he was from Liberia, that he probably wouldn't have worked with him. It's like, bitch, do you not know that O'Shea is living in fucking Africa? He has the African Diaspora channel. Like, he has hosts a bunch of different shows where he employs Africans. So I'm like, nigga trying to, like, I don't like that whole ass shit. I don't like that whole ass shit. That nigga, he need to figure that out first before I even cover any of his shit. But if you see over here in the comment section what some of these people are writing, somebody said, Katie said, finally, someone who knows what they're talking about. Thank you for speaking logical and professional about this. Y'all ready to hear this shit? Listen to what this lady had to say.
First, she wants to promote this idea that there was nothing.
God damn it. Fucking commercials, y'all. Hit the cash app. We stop looking at these damn commercials, y'all.
Immerse yourself in a thrilling naval story.
I know somebody that'll play that shit. I wouldn't.
Nothing weird about this situation at all. All right, let's check this out.
Let me tell you how this investigation is going to end. I'm a forensic scientist and a former CSI. This is Nolan Wells. He went out to
All right, former CSI. I wonder what happened to her. You get let go from your job because you're not fucking good at it? Is that what happened? Anyway, so she's going to tell us how this investigation is going to end.
Island with 3 of his friends back on the 4th of July, never came back and was found dead later. Nolan is a recent high school graduate. He is an athlete. He's going to college, and I think he's playing football at college. He's a very athletic dude, which you can see here.
Okay.
On July 4th, he goes out with some of his friends out to an...
Now, I want you to pay attention to the fact that she's focusing on his athletic build, right? She's building a theory here. Check this out.
Island. The friends that he went out to the island with came home, but Nolan did not. And a couple of days later, he was found deceased.
Right.
The investigators in this case have said that he was found in the water, face down, wearing the swimsuit that he was last seen in. Has had an autopsy, but those results have not been made public because they are waiting for the toxicology. But police have said there is no indication of...
And I want y'all to notice that this lady's going to leave out this fact, because I didn't even know about this fact. Just found out about it today. They couldn't identify his body. They had to go pull his dental records to identify his body. Now, if this kid just so happened to drown in the ocean, why would his body not be identifiable? Now, I know somebody gonna say, well, you know, sharks might have bit on him and stuff like that. Didn't happen. Why was his body not identifiable? They had to go grab his dental records. His mom did not identify him. They did. The state did. The police department and the coroner and whoever the fuck else dealing with this shit identify him. Why could you not identify him if he just happened to drown? Any questions? Okay, let's keep going.
A foul play, which means there's no external or overt signs of trauma to his body, including internal signs of trauma because he's already had his autopsy.
Now, we're going to actually revisit this point because apparently the requirements to become a coroner in this county in Mississippi, you don't even need a high school diploma, bro. It's either you just need a high school diploma or GED.
That ain't right. That ain't right. It ain't right.
But it sounds about right for Mississippi. You don't need a college degree to be a coroner in Mississippi, at least in this district of Mississippi. And yeah, somebody's probably looking into that.
Or you might not even need that, right? The people performing these examinations to determine the cause of death in this county in Mississippi, apparently they are not doctors. They are not trained medical professionals. Okay. All right. And so this means nothing, but we'll slow down. Let's keep it pushing. We'll come back to this point in a bit.
We are waiting for toxicology results. And although he is underage, you can see that his friends are drinking in this picture.
Okay.
Those Michelob Ultras that they have there. And I think this might be a can of beer that Nolan has in his hands.
All right.
Now, his friends left the island and they said that Nolan was staying back to talk with a girl. But the girl says that he was going to go back to the mainland on the boat with his friends.
Of course.
Obviously, this is a contradiction, but it might also be a miscommunication. This is a holiday weekend. A lot of people go out there, and volunteers who are searching saying it's not uncommon for people to kind of ferry each other back and forth to the island. It's totally possible, I think, that somebody would say, oh, I'm going to get a ride home with X person, and there could be a little bit of a miscommunication about that. Now, there's also an issue about Nolan's cell phone. His parents were able to locate his cell phone back on land. I think they tracked him via Life 360 and also his Snapchat location. Now, the family's attorney is noting that Nolan's parents were able to find the phone before the police did. This is not suspicious. This makes perfect sense. Because Nolan's parents could very easily open their Life 360 app and find his phone immediately. Police would have to get a search warrant to do that. Sometimes we are.
Why didn't his friends hand over his phone? Why did they have to go and track down his phone? Secondly, In what fucking world is an 18-year-old teenager going to abandon his phone? So the idea is they don't want to get their phone wet. They park the boat out a little bit far from the coast, right, of the island, and then they swim to the island, right? I imagine, though, it's probably a very short distance, right? You probably can walk to the boat, right? You probably wouldn't even need to swim much, if any at all. Is typically how they would do something like that, because this is just some fucking bullshit island. There are no businesses on it. It's not like an established place that has been built up or anything. I guess it's just like a nice beach area that people.
It's just a piece of fucking land. That's all it is. A piece of land out there that it's elevated a little bit higher than the seawater, so you can actually go out there. It's not like a real fucking island. And remember, y'all, he is Caribbean. He know about them islands. He's an island boy. Like, no bullshit. The sad part, they trying to make it seem like the boats were way the fuck off. We already got videos showing how close the boats were to the damn island. We got to see that. Like, people are standing in the water by their boat, and they're probably like maybe like 5-10 steps away from the shore. So I'm like, bruh, most people just let up their goddamn propeller on the back, and they fucking drop their anchor. They get the boat as close as they possibly can to the island. Like, you don't have to swim to the bitch. So I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I get the part where she's saying why the police didn't get his phone. So I'm guessing she's trying to kill the doubt that some people like the police are in on it on that part. But yeah, his family had to track it down. And to his point, yeah, why didn't the kids just give the phone to the parents? Why did they keep the phone? Why did they keep the keys to the car? Why did they notify the parents at all that their son wasn't with them? They didn't do none of that. But either way, though, the parking the boat shit and leaving the phone on the boat, like, nah, bro, there's literally a video of him yelling, saying, give me my motherfucking phone back. We already covered that. So I guess she's just disregarding that.
From the area go to, right? And so, okay, in what world, however, though, is he going to let you leave with his phone? He's not going to do that. Because just think about it. You get there, one of two things is going to happen. Either you're going to leave his phone in the boat, which now makes it susceptible to being stolen, his one lifeline and connection. You're his only friends that he came to the island with. You're gone. His phone is gone. Now he's fucked, right? So there's that. Or
99% of law firms have no idea.
Y'all got to really think about that, because they're really trying to play people like they're dumb. Ain't no kid leaving their damn phone. Ain't no grown-ass adult would not go to an island, no matter who I went with. I wouldn't go on no trip nowhere. Leave my phone with the people I came with and say, hey, look, y'all, I'm going to dip out and go hang out with these motherfuckers and not take my phone. Like, are they really trying to play us like we're stupid or something? Who the fuck nobody leaves their phones. We are a generation in a world of looking at screens and keeping this motherfucker as close to us. People sleep in the bed with their damn phone. That's how much people are attached to their phone. Now, you telling me an 18-year-old, 17-year-old kid just is willy-nilly with letting his phone just go with somebody else while he's just out here on this island 10 fucking miles away from fucking land to say, I don't need a phone. It don't even make sense. Like, are y'all really trying to play us like we're stupid or something? I think they are. I think they're playing in your face. I think they pissing on us and telling us it's rain. I think that's what's going on right now. And she's trying her best. Oh, shit. I got this shit muted.
And so he's in the same position on now he's fucked, right? So there's that. Or you're going to leave and take his phone with you. And so he's in the same position, no friends, no phone. So I do not believe for a second.
And also, just to add to it, I'm sorry, y'all, just to add to it. So he let his friends leave with his phone willingly. He was going to catch a ride back. They had his keys to his car, too. His car was at their house. How the fuck was he going to get back home? Like, think about that. He rode with them. He got on the boat with them. They had his phone and they had his keys. Why would he leave that shit with them? How is he going to get back? Like, yeah, somebody can get you to shore, but how you going to get to their house? How you going to find out where they at? Maybe they're not even at the house when you get there. Like, bro, they just saying a whole bunch of dumb shit, bro. Anybody who's logically thinking, it's like, nah, he probably wouldn't do that. That's not what a reasonable person would probably do in that situation. But they want to say, these kids were drinking, you know, they don't be thinking, man, shit, I don't leave my phone when I be drinking.
Second that Nolan ever was going to allow his friends to leave with his phone on their boat and just leave him on the island with him crossing his fingers and hoping that he was just going to catch a ride and then figure it out, right? That's fucking stupid.
Able to track somebody's cell phone without a search warrant if we think they're in imminent danger, but there's still a process that we have to go through. It is odd that the cell phone was with his friends and not with him. But remember, they all came to this island together on a boat. And if your boat...
It's odd, but you're dismissing it. You're doing everything in your power to try to disprove that being odd. Like, you just want to dismiss that. Like, it is kind of weird, but you know, can make no reason for that. That's what she's doing right now. I see why she got fired from her job.
It's anchored offshore and you're swimming into the island or you're walking into the island, you might leave
There
your
she's making the stupid point now. Listen to her.
cell phone on the boat so it doesn't get wet. So if Nolan doesn't come back on the boat and his phone is on the boat and his friends take the boat back, then they're taking his phone back, which is a problem because now Nolan is on the island with no phone. And this island...
Why would Nolan do that, dummy? And then secondly, it's not like the phone was in the boat. They didn't track his phone to the boat. They tracked the phone to a person. A person took his phone. And so he's missing. Nobody knows where he is. He turns up dead. They still don't turn over the phone. That's fucking weird.
It's not like a place where you can pop into a restaurant and call mom and dad and say, hey, there was a miscommunication and I got left behind.
All the more reason he would never allow you to drive away with his phone. Now, it's going to blow your mind when you learn how far the island is from the mainland, right? Oh, this chick, she's fucking...
7 to 12 miles, because, and like, y'all, no bullshit, when I watched this shit, I was like, this lady couldn't be fucking serious. Because when he was doing all this talking shit about it earlier, I was like, man, he probably did shooting too early, but he watched the video earlier. I'm not saying nothing about how he's talking shit right now because, bruh, this is wild, bruh. This lady, like, this is like some motherfucker. Do y'all think we superhumans or some shit? Like, literally, like, when we come up missing some shit, like, we're superhumans. We know what we're doing, but we're also stupid and incapable of doing anything. Like, it's amazing how they just jump from one side whenever a certain situation pops up. This lady's about to start saying some really dumb shit. And yeah, Hurricane, he said 10 miles. Literally, 7 to 12 miles, depending on where you come from. So 10 miles is pretty much the average. 10 miles away. Listen to what this lady about to say. Listen to what this lady about to fucking say.
Smoking some crack, dude. I see why they fired you from your job.
Just an island. There ain't nothing out there. So if there's a miscommunication and your friends leave and you don't have your phone, what are you going to do? Well, you might try to swim. And you might think similarly.
You need to leave. That is disgusting.
This bitch is about to go into, and yes, I called her a bitch, so anybody got a problem with it? Okay. This bitch is really finna try to go into saying that the people, his friends left, and he noticed his phone was on the boat. So instead of trying to get on a boat with somebody else, like, hey man, can y'all take me over? Because you know, earlier she said a lot of people ferry people back and forth from the island to the mainland. They ferry each other. She's literally about to go into the hypothesis of this nigga saw his friends leaving, so he decided he was gonna swim 10 fucking miles across the ocean back to mainland. That's what this dumb bitch is about to try to tell us. And remember when I read them comments in the comment section earlier, somebody finally talking professionally and logically about this. You think it's logical for somebody who was a okay swimmer to say, Smith, matter of fact, fuck it, bro. I'm gonna swim 10 fucking miles across the goddamn ocean back to the mainland to catch up to my friends. That's what she's about to tell us, y'all. That's what this dumb bitch is about to tell us. Yeah, I'll be laughing about it too, Hurricane. And the dummies in the comment section talking about, yeah, finally somebody logical. Y'all are all fucking stupid. Like, that's crazy. Either way, though, let her keep going because she just got started.
To the family's attorney that a strong athlete who knows how to swim would be fine. But even if you are a strong athlete, if you've been drinking even a little bit, and you get into open water and you start an open water swim, you're going to get tired very, very quickly. And you could get caught in a riptide, and there's powerful currents out there.
Right,
but it was 4th of July weekend, and there are a lot of people out there. So if Nolan was trying to swim back to the mainland, or if he was swimming after his friends on the boat, wouldn't somebody have heard him drowning? Probably not. Honestly, we often talk about drowning as a silent killer, because in the movies, you think people are going to go like, help, help, wave their hands and thrash around. But in reality, that just doesn't happen. You get tired and you just kind of quietly go under. I mean, truly and genuinely, you could be sitting on the side of the pool.
Hey, I need to launch a campaign in 2 weeks.
And somebody in the pool could be drowning and you...
Shut the fuck up, you dumb, stupid person.
You
want me to believe that Nolan Wells tried to swim back to shore? Guys, do you know how far Horn Island is from the coastline where the boats get launched from?
And y'all see that first? You see the comment that Young Don put up there at the top, y'all? It says Horn Island is 10 miles from the mainland coast. You think he decided to swim 10 miles? Ridiculous. Most people can't even run 10 miles. It's a 40-minute boat ride. So it takes 40 minutes on a boat, y'all, to get there. How long do you think it'd take to fucking swim it? 2 hours? This dumb bitch, and I'm saying a dumb bitch because, like, lady, you are really trying to throw fucking shade and cover for what we see as a suspicious thing going on and trying to say that this young man tried to swim fucking 40 minutes. And that's just the boat ride, 40 minutes. It's literally gonna take about 2 hours, 3 hours to probably swim that. You telling me that this black young man, because he's an athlete and maybe because he drank a little bit, and you don't even know if he drank yet because you don't even got the toxicology report. You don't even know if he drank anything. But y'all trying to throw in all this shit for why he's possibly dead. While in the same time telling black people to shut the fuck up and stop trying to make it a race thing or make it about all this other shit. It's like, what are you fucking talking about? 10 miles? 40 minutes to get there on a boat. The fuck you think how fast you think he gonna swim that shit? Like, come on, bro. It literally said, finally someone who knows what they're talking about. Like, what? These are all fucking dummies. It's a lot of fucking, I'm sorry, the R word, the hard R word, not the N-R word, the other R word, you know, for the people that are duh. There's a lot of them motherfuckers running around this earth. Or they just straight fucking evil. Like, she's really trying to suggest that this kid tried to swim fucking 10 miles in the open ocean. Just...
to go to this island. Do you know how far it is? Guys, check this out. Horn Island, a protected barrier island off the Mississippi Gulf Coast, is about 7 to 8 miles. 7 to 8 miles. Okay? Look, getting to Horn Island, Mississippi, by boat usually takes 30 to 45 minutes. The barrier island is located roughly 7 to 12 miles, depending on where you launch from. So anywhere from 7 to 12 miles. Bro, the average person can't jog 7 to 12 miles. Nolan Wells, he was an athlete, right? He could fucking play football. He played basketball. But you know what I didn't see on his college athletic resume? Swimmer. Okay. What fucking black person, does he know how to swim? He probably does, right? We know this. He learned to swim at YMCA. But is he a fucking like triathlete? Is he a marathon swimmer? In what fucking world is this kid gonna be like, oh, my friends? And I thought the story was he was gonna get on somebody else's boat, right? This chick in her fucking stupid excuse video is like, oh, yeah, people boat hop all the time. So it makes perfect sense why he would allow his friends to leave on their boat without him with his phone. Because why? He would catch another ride. All of a sudden, now it's impossible to catch another ride. And so Nolan Wells, he now thinks to himself, let me swim 10 fucking miles to the fucking mainland. What are you, smoking crack?
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the fuck you think you is?
And think about how dumb this sounds. And really, y'all keep reverting back to the fact that all those people in that comment section were rooting her on, saying, yeah, that's probably what it is. We finally got somebody smart in here that really gives some good information. Just fucking bunch of dummies. These are people that fart in the fucking tub and laugh at their bubbles when the bubbles come to the top. That's them people.
Are you out of your fucking mind? You think this kid did that without a life jacket? He wasn't found wearing a life jacket, guys. I would maybe be able to believe you possibly in like 1% fucking possibility if he at least was wearing a life jacket, right? Because, you know, if you know how to swim, you're a strong swimmer and you're wearing a life jacket, well, you can swim forever. You're not going to drown for the most part. You know what I'm saying? People fucking crash into the ocean and they have on a life jacket and it will keep them afloat for days. So yeah, you're probably not going to drown if you're wearing, but he wasn't wearing one. So why on earth would he try to swim fucking 12 miles possibly? What?
Y'all, look, I'm a good swimmer. I think I'm a really good swimmer. It's like a little fish in the water. Wouldn't fucking try to swim that. Some pools that I wouldn't even try to swim across. Like on some real ass shit. Unless I knew I'm just like gonna end up floating for a little while. Cause like, bruh, no. Instead of addressing, and this is how I show you how evil some of these people are. Instead of addressing all the suspicious activity that has been happening when it pertains to this young man's death, they would rather sit around and make up stupid ass theories saying that this black man, you know, the ones that y'all say can't swim, you know, black people can't swim, would try to swim 12 fucking miles to get his phone. Right after you said that usually people just ferry back and forth, but we're gonna disregard that.
Oh my God, man. But thankfully, not all the white people that are talking about this have such a brain dead fucking take this chick's out of her goddamn mind, bro. That
literally is the worst one I've ever heard. But look, we're getting up off of that, y'all. We're getting up off of that. I just wanted to show that part because I'm like, I want y'all to see how far some of these people are going to try to make excuses for this young man being dead. It's like, oops, he just died. We covered the video last night on the back end because we were talking about this. Not last night, but yesterday. We were talking about this situation right here, but then I showed another one where a kid in Alabama on July 4th passed away from drowning. Out with his white friends swimming in a lake, and he drowned. And all the excuses came out. Yeah, he probably caught a cramp. Nobody saw him. You know, he was behind. He wasn't as strong of a swimmer. And it's like, when you ask logical questions like, why would people that can't swim get in fucking water? Because I was giving my own experience. I know a lot of people that can't swim. I like to go to the beach. I like to go to the lakes and shit like that. I got a lot of people around me that I'd be noticing can't swim. And guess what they don't do? They don't go deep in the water. They don't go out there trying to swim when they know they can't swim. But they keep trying to make us think that these people are not good swimmers or whatever the fuck, and they're swimming in water, deep water, or that they're going to do some miraculous shit that ain't nobody fucking ever did before. I don't even know anybody. But has a human being swam 12 miles? Like, I don't know what the fuck are they talking about. But either way, though, we got to get into this photo, y'all, because this is where it starts to get a little messy, and it gets even more suspicious. Now, I've seen people try to retort this photo that they're going to talk about in this picture, in this video, but the motherfucker that supposedly put it up deleted it. Now, if what they're saying with the distortion of, no, this is not on the night that everybody thinks it is, it's a week before, why would you delete the photo? Suspicious activity. Either way, though, let's keep going.
So allegedly, Nolan did leave the island. And he went back to Wyatt's house for a pool party. And during that pool party, there was an altercation between Wyatt, Nolan.
And y'all, just throw this out there too, because they always want to talk about who's raising these kids and black people are bad parents and things of that sort. This is at one of the kids' houses where the female, the mother, the stepmom, that's the judge. That's one of the municipal judges in the city. They're at her house, swimming in the backyard. Beer cans all over the fucking place. So you telling me this mother inside the house don't know her kid and all their friends are outside getting drunk and they're in high school? But they talk about parenting. Pay attention to all this bullshit, y'all, because I swear up and down, I get tired of hearing how bad black people are all the time and we're the only ones that do any type of bad shit. I'm like, look at this shit. It's right in your face and ain't nobody saying nothing about it. If it was us, they'd be dogging us out about it. They'll be hyper-focused on that, even if there was a murder. They'll still hyper-focus on that. Just like they hyper-focus on, oh, the kid had a gun, so it justifies him getting shot in the back because he was accused of stealing water that he didn't steal. That's how they mind work. They just try to distract off to something fucking else. That shit is crazy, but shout out to Taylor House Production, man. I forgot to say that.
Evan and somebody else. And apparently they beat Nolan to death with some sort of bar or pole. There are people that are putting out witness statements stating that they were there and they saw Nolan spitting up blood and that these boys it on Nolan. They are saying that Evan's mother knew about the whole thing. Allegedly, they took Nolan's body back to the water. They're saying that this is the reason why it pinged on land at that house before they found that phone. This is why that boy told his daddy that Nolan was like a brother to me, when he showed up to get his car. It's because they already knew he was gone. Is this the reason why they needed dental records? Because he was unrecognizable? This case is starting to bust wide open.
Right there, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he just drowned in the ocean and shit, unless you're going to say wildlife got to him, and messed his body. And they said he was face down in the water. So you're gonna say wildlife got to his body, and that's why y'all couldn't recognize him. That was the only, you had to go to the dental records to identify his body. That's gonna be a stretch right now for us to believe with all this other bullshit going on. But it does sound feasible if this boy was beat to death by them boys at that house and his body later dumped out there. You can understand why his body wasn't recognizable. But see, and Hurricane said, but all this is the trigger of race war, create more division. Yeah, and it's like making people pick sides on shit when it's like, look, the only side you should be on, well, the only two sides that should be involved in this situation is right and wrong. Good versus evil. Now, some people that don't want to just want to just dismiss this and sweep it under the rug, I really question what side you're on right now. I'm trying to tell you, these motherfuckers want to go in depth and tell all the lies in the world when Carmelo Anthony had to poke that little boy for running up in his face and putting his hands on him. Oh, he had a knife. Why he had a knife? Then you find out it was a goddamn multi-tool, little small one, legal to have and shit. Well, he shouldn't have had it. He had it. He wanted to do something with it. It was just all this other bullshit. It's like, come on, y'all. Come on, like, you got to pick a side. You're either on the side of right or you're on the side of wrong. You're on the side of good or you're on the side of evil. You ain't got to bring the race into this shit. You ain't got to bring it into it. And they already brought it in from the beginning.
And we all knew that something else happened to Nolan. Now the question is, which of the parents helped those kids?
And as the scripture says, all things hidden.
And y'all, I want y'all to understand something. If the autopsy comes back and it shows like blunt force trauma and all these other different things happen to him, you really gonna have to turn your eyes right back to that motherfucking sheriff, because he was the one who came out initially and said he drowned and he doesn't see any signs of foul play. If it come back and that boy body beat up on top of him drowning, he gotta go too. He gotta go too.
Will be revealed, and those things done in secret shall be exposed on the mountaintop. This is an alleged picture that was shared by the family attorney Benjamin Crump from someone.
Hey, Hurricane, even if he did, that's why the body got flown to Washington, D.C. to get another goddamn coroner to look at it. Because motherfucker, you already know, with the motherfuckers moving the way they move, black folks know we don't trust y'all motherfuckers. Like, honestly, we just don't. And for good reason. Any white person that might feel that type of way to say, oh, black people don't trust us, they feel some type of way, I'm telling you, man, go take it up with your ancestors. Matter of fact, go take it up with your friends around the corner right now. Don't come and try to talk to me about why I don't trust some of y'all. There's some people I don't fucking trust. Shit, it's crazy. Take down the whole damn state. Look, it's Mississippi, y'all. It's Mississippi. But I'm like, man, bro, you wonder why motherfuckers don't trust you. People leave and come and be in the presence of y'all away from our own and just keep coming up fucking dead. Bitch, why you don't think we gonna be suspicious about that? Y'all had that lady at the house with all her white friends. Oh, she just magically got drunk and jumped off a fucking second story and killed herself. Like, it's always just some magical mystery. And then all the motherfuckers in there start going silent. Don't want to speak. Ain't that your friend? Don't you want to let everybody know that you didn't have nothing to do? Don't going silent. It's like, bro, you look suspicious as fuck. Like I said, man, they feel like a black dude walking through the neighborhood or a store with a hoodie on is more suspicious than this shit. And that's crazy to me.
Who posted this picture? Now, this picture has since been deleted by the person who posted it, but they captioned it at like 2 or 1 o'clock in the morning on July the 5th. Now, if you recall, Nolan was supposedly missing on July the 4th, but evidently he made it back to the mainland.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car.
Yeah, girl, nobody care about that ugly ass car.
Okay, you ready?
Ugly as hell.
$118
good on
for
gas,
car
though.
insurance. That's how much I was paying.
Don't nobody believe that.
Okay?
Don't nobody believe that. Get up out of here. Now, y'all heard what he's saying now. Supposedly, this picture was taken at like 1 o'clock in the morning on the 5th. So that's like after midnight on the 4th. Now it's the 5th, 1 o'clock. And supposedly that's him in the pool. So if that's the case, this case is about to get turned completely upside down right now, because everything that we've been getting fed, everything that we've been told, damn sure don't make no fucking sense. Because supposedly he drowned on the island. Remember the last girl? He tried to swim back. You know, that's how he drowned. Another lady said he just went out to piss, and you know how them riptides can come and just sweep you on up. Like the motherfucker got to go 12 miles out into the ocean to goddamn take a fucking piss. But if this picture is real, well, which the picture is real, but if it actually is of that day, that morning at 1 o'clock, back on mainland, you definitely got some questions. How did the body end up back out there on the island then? That's the first thing you got to go to. If people still want to say, well, we still can't accuse anybody of anything, we still got to figure out, how did he go from being at that house at 1 o'clock in the morning to his body coming up missing a day and a half later on the island? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. You say, but the parents had the phone at 11. Yep. Think about it.
And this picture was supposedly timestamped at like 1:58 or 2:58 a.m., meaning that Nolan was alive when they quote.
No, his parents got the phone the very next day. The parents got the phone on the 6th, I think. They don't think they got it on the 5th.
Quote, called the Coast Guard and reported him missing. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings, all praises to the Most High. And we have been following this story. A lot of information have been coming out about the supposedly disappearance of Nolan, which nobody in their mama feels like anything about this makes sense. All the way down from them leaving with his phone, him choosing to stay on the island, from them not handing back his mother the phone, from them lying about having his car keys, to them going out and having breakfast and going to other parties after Nolan has been reported missing, from them saying, okay, well, we're not searching because y'all are.
All these people that be like, why he even bring up the breakfast stuff? Like, why is that even relevant? Well, it just seems to be a thing that happens in certain communities because, like, y'all remember Dylan Roof? That little white kid, little psyched out white kid, weird looking motherfucker that went into that church, that black church, and shot all them people up. Y'all know the police took him to fucking Burger King, got him a Whopper before they took his ass to jail. Motherfuckers do shit like that.
Already think we did it. To the judge, who was one of the parents of the young men he was with, deactivating their Facebook page, then coming back with the later post, to them deactivating their social media, to them lawyering up. All of these things point in my question to guilt. Now, this photo, once again, has been circulating since yesterday, so I decided to look into it and see what people are saying about it. Now, this brother Trent Out Loud, he did a summary of all of this information, so I'm gonna let you hear a little bit more about what he's saying before I bring you some more commentary. Just watch.
Reason why I am covering this new development in the Nolan Wells case is because the lead attorney, Benjamin Crump, posted about it on his Instagram. And the latest development is that Nolan Wells was alive July the 5th, and he did return from Horn Island. And not only has attorney Benjamin Crump been posting this in his feed, he has also been reposting it in his stories. My morning started off with a ton of emails with the screenshot you'll see here right beside me. The screenshot right beside me that I will not read in detail basically states that Nolan Xavier Wells did in fact return from Horn Island, and he attended a party, and he was alive July the 5th up until at least 3 a.m. And it is then when
I'm be honest with y'all. There's an easy way to figure out if this picture, they can easily find out if this is true. We know what house is at. I'm pretty sure these rich white folks got fucking security cameras all around their house. So if them kids came back to that house that night, it was in the backyard. I'm pretty sure there's cameras in the backyard. Go get the cameras. Go get the cameras. But they might know that too. So that would be a reason to lawyer up, to block keeping motherfuckers away. Okay, we gotta get a warrant first, but if we're not even looking at them as suspects, we won't even get a warrant to go look at these goddamn cameras. Somebody need to go check the cameras.
He got into a confrontation, and it's there where he passed away, and then they brought his body back to the water. I'm not going to read the full thing, but I'm going to put 2 more screenshots, and then I'm going to play a video, and then we'll get into the details of what the caption said with attorney Benjamin Crump. Let's go to the next picture. Now, for those of you who want to read the details of this, feel free to pause and read the details. I will not lend my voice to this until it is 1,000,000% confirmed. Like I said, we're trusting Benjamin Crump. And here is the third screenshot. Like I said, it's basically saying he came back, he was at this party, and the picture that I showed you at the top of this video was him in the pool with his friends. Now,
so you see him talking about some, I guess, Facebook comments or social media comments, which details what they're saying about Nolan making it back to the island and going back to this party. But I'm going to read another screenshot that he shared, which highlights another thing that came into play that I pointed out, that these young boys were getting high. And this details the argument and how it happened. Just look at this.
And now, here you go. The one he about to show y'all, I did watch Poetic Flacco's, and he's questioning this because he says the same commenter has been in the mix of a whole lot of other threads, just saying random crazy shit. So he thinks it's a troll. But I'm just gonna put that out there first. But let's go ahead and hear what the motherfucker got to say in the post. And Hurricane said, if this was a matter of national security, they would have grabbed every camera in the area. You goddamn right. They would have been going to people's cars and snatching their goddamn cameras out of their shit if their cars just happened to be pointing that direction. They would have did everything. But right now it seems like they ain't doing nothing with this. So that's why really motherfuckers really on standby to hear the results of the coroner report that they get from Washington, D.C. Because they not trying to do nothing in Mississippi. It don't seem like we ain't heard nothing. We ain't heard nothing from the police. This boy passed away on July 4th. Today is July. What was the date? Man, why the shit ain't showing no date on my phone? That's crazy. What's the date? July the 13th. We ain't heard nothing. You think they doing their job?
Yes. He says, bro, No didn't get into a fight at the island. Our friend No and Wyatt did get into an altercation right after that, not even 10 minutes later, because Wyatt took his phone and Evan was trying to be hard. Nolan was definitely screaming, give me my phone back. What's wrong with you? So
now we do know that there's a video out showing that, where you can hear him yelling, saying, give me my phone back. Or give me my motherfucking phone back. Something like that. Don't really matter what the fuck he said. He was saying give him his phone back. So that kind of might be true.
So they all calmed down. So that's when he headed to Evan's house because he was going to a pool party. So yes, No came to the party. And yes, we was drinking, but Wyatt and Evan and Morgan and Andrew was really high. And I think they was trying to get Lucy and Natalia to try some as well. But yes, they got into it again at the pool party. It didn't end until almost 1 a.m.
And how and what? Like, you would automatically assume that smoking weed, but hey, I'm trying to tell you, I done partied with white kids before. They do a lot of wild drugs. They do a lot of hard drugs. I ain't saying shrooms are hard, but I'm like, a lot of y'all be on that powder and shit at an early age. I was surprised with that shit. I was highly surprised with that shit. Young folks trying to get a bump. It's like, bro, y'all motherfuckers be on some shit. And see, Hurricane said, hope the coroner didn't get paid off. If so, lock him up too. Hey, look, if the coroner, we gonna see. Because if they sent that boy's body to D.C. to get an autopsy done, they sent it after the state had already did their autopsy. So if he come out with something and then they show something else in theirs, you already know what's up. But it seems like they're trying to wait till the Crump, the family, release their coroner report before they release theirs. Because I ain't seen one. I still ain't seen a coroner report. And I'm saying, like, bro, y'all ain't got one by now. Y'all didn't do the autopsy by this time. And this case is getting national attention. You would think that y'all would be on y'all P's and Q's and knock that shit out. Like I said before, if they didn't want people talking and speculating on none of this, they would just do their job. And you wouldn't hear none of this. But it's like they're dragging ass. Everything looks suspicious, bro. But once again, it is Mississippi. It is Mississippi. So it's not surprising.
I know Evan's mom kicked all of us out once they started fighting. It was Andrew and Evan and Wyatt and Warren basically recording and laughing, saying, get him. And all I could hear was No screaming.
Okay, if there's a recording, we need to go grab them boys' phones and see what the hell happened. If they were recording, right? Or did they get deleted too? It don't matter. Get a search warrant, take all their goddamn phones.
Mom. So yes, I tried helping them. Then his mom came out screaming, yelling, drunk, made us leave, and was saying she was going to call.
So the mama inside the house drunk, while her kids, her stepkid, and all his friends out here drunk at the pool about to fight. Great parenting, right? Great fucking parenting.
The cops on us if we didn't leave her house. But they didn't let No leave, and No was by the basketball goal that was inside the pool. He was leaning over beside it, gasping for air and spitting up blood. But now his mom, I just got off the phone with her. So that is as detailed as you can get. The white boys was in there getting high. They was arguing, and then they started beating up Nolan to the point that the boy's mom came out and kicked everybody out, and Nolan was spitting up blood. And I guess they beat him so bad that the mom had to concoct a plan to go and drop his body back off at the island. Now, in order for this to take place, that means all 20 of these people in this picture has to be culpable, has to be silent, has to be in cahoots with what happened. And throughout history, again, we have seen that happen where all white people go and watch a black man get strung up by trees, and then they go home and eat crumpets and quiche like nothing happened. So this does not seem far-fetched. Just listen to a little bit more of, our brother Trent Out Loud's video, then I'll be back with some more commentary.
On Monday, when
you need an LLC, it's protecting you. It's keeping your business and your personal life separate.
Lord.
So Nolan's body was discovered, he wasn't able to be identified right away, and they needed dental records. I played that for you, which is the first conspiracy theory I talked about. I hate talking about conspiracy theories. But in that video, I also showed you a fact that Attorney Benjamin Crump said that Nolan's mom didn't identify the body. And if you guys remember on Monday when the body was discovered, it was 3 or 4 hours before we found out that it was Nolan. The headlines were, there was a body that found, we don't know who it is. 3 or 4 hours later, it was identified, but it wasn't identified by his mom. We don't know who it was identified with. So this story could be true. That was the one thing where I was like, maybe it might be true.
So that fact right there actually coincides with the story that he was beaten so badly. And I heard that too, but I didn't want to say it because it hadn't been verified. He was beaten so badly that the dental records were the only way that they could identify him. Let's continue.
On the island and you're swimming off and you drown, you'd be able to be identified. If this story is true, which what Attorney Benjamin Crump just reposted and people are talking about, it would make sense that you would need to identify him with medical records if he got beat up by 4 people. Nolan went missing July the 4th. Nobody saw him after, let's say, roughly 4 or 5 o'clock. The Coast Guard was alerted, and there's skepticism about the Coast Guard and when they went out to look or whatever. But we do know that they went out to look July the 5th-ish. We don't know the time. But they did go out. They did not find him. They only found him July the 6th, which was Monday around 9 a.m. Now, I'm not an expert on searching, but if you have a whole team out on Sunday, I find it a little bit weird that the body does only wash up or become closer to the shore July the 6th. So this story...
Part right there. That part right there, like, think about it. You had the Coast Guard out there. They had volunteers out there searching all around that island. In between. And you telling me nobody found nothing. But magically, a day and a half later, magically his body's just out there floating. Make it make sense, y'all. This is the shit that they want us to believe. This is the shit they want everybody in the black community to believe, because we are concerned about this young man getting his life losing his life as of right now. But we think, honestly, somebody took his life. But y'all want us to believe this shit. It's like, y'all would not even accept this shit if this happened to a white person. Y'all would not accept this shit. Man, motherfuckers probably already in somebody's city and shit, fucking with somebody, trying to shoot somebody over this shit, bro. Y'all already know how that shit go.
Could be true.
Y'all literally made people have to get up and move. Didn't they make the Carmelo family have to move out of the town because the motherfucker was on that fuck shit? Come on now.
Something happened to him July the 5th. They dumped the body, they kept the body, they did something, and then went out and put him there at some time during July the 5th, and that's why I only found him July the 6th. That's
all right, so we'll stop it right there, because that's the big question. If they went out with all of these search teams and condiver dogs and helicopters, dive teams, and then they didn't find them, then the next day they find him. So that makes sense. A lot of people were saying, okay, they took him, he went back to the island with them, they did something to them, then took him back to the island after they called the Coast Guard to go search. Because if they called the Coast Guard to go search, then they waited for them to stop searching for the night and then took his body back to the island with.
And to your point, Hurricane, we need those cell phones because you can track the metadata on that. Like if you saw them go back to that island a couple days later or a day later at a certain time, it'd be like, hey, open the shut case. We caught them, Johnson. Put sprinkles of crack on them. We know what they did. But we got to... If people were just trying to be so goddamn closed off about this shit and just trying to like run defense instead of just letting the information come out, people would not be skeptical like they are right now. I wouldn't be as skeptical as I am right now because I can possibly believe people drown. There's more people that drown than they get struck by lightning. So I'm like, yeah, people do drown. But all this interference, all this defense, all this iffy and suspicious behavior happening, like, hell no. Hell no. We gonna call Shaggy, Scooby, Velma, goddamn Bulma, whatever the fuck that bitch name is. I don't know what the fuck that is. It's been a long time since I watched Scooby-Doo. We gonna call the whole gang. Matter of fact, we don't even need Scooby-Doo because they couldn't solve this case. What's that little short little Asian kid? He a grown man in a little kid body, but he be solving crimes and shit. I know some of y'all probably used to watch that cartoon. It's an anime. It's still probably come on right now. I'm not sure. But that little motherfucker solved this crime. Shit, matter of fact, get House. Dr. House. Get House out here, man. He'll figure it out. All he needs to see is the body. He'll tell you what happened. Fuck. God damn it. These people tripping, bro. They tripping right now. They think we fucking dumb or something.
I mean, these people are so nefarious. I don't put anything past them. So this whole thing, once again, just stinks and reeks of corruption, police involvement, just cover up, all of these things. And you notice that they said that they were going to provide an autopsy. The autopsy from the coroner should have been released Friday. Today is Monday. We have not heard anything about it.
But today is Tuesday, and guess what? We still ain't heard nothing about it.
Benjamin Crump and his team is doing an independent autopsy. So they said that, the coroner was going to release the autopsy Friday, which hasn't been done because I think, okay, well, they can't lie on it because now it's another one being done. So I think they're trying to figure out how to do that. But, this whole story, hopefully this information will come out. Once again, all of this is alleged as well, but there are too many moving parts and too many stagnant parts for, the story that, hey, he just stayed on the island and washed up for that to be true. There's definitely something going on. So shout out to the brother Trent Out Loud. Shout out to everybody.
And that's going to be the thing that's going to really, look, man, that's just one of the things that you really got to sit back and you really got to think about. Because, like, if you think about it, the original story was, okay, he went to the island with his friends, all right? There was talks about an argument or whatever, but we can dismiss that. Supposedly, he left his phone and his keys with his friends. This is the story that they want us to believe, y'all. He went to the island with his friends. He left his phone and his keys with his friends. They left. He decided to stay on the island. He was going to catch a ride back. Let's say he was drunk and somehow, some way, he drowned in the water, okay? But then when you start adding in, okay, the Coast Guard went and started looking for him. But they got the call at least at 11. And the Coast Guard lied about getting the call, which is already weird too. But then they came back and said, yeah, we did get that call. So they went out there and started searching for him. You can say anytime after like 12 or until whenever the fuck they found him. They searched that whole night and day. Well, it really wasn't that whole night because supposedly it was like 11 o'clock when they got the call. So they searched the next day, didn't find him. Volunteers out there didn't find him. Meantime, his friends are going out to eat and getting breakfast and shit. But they search again the very next day, and magically they found him at 9 in the morning. I just don't understand why they think somebody's gonna really want to like truly believe this shit. You can't tell me a kid that drowned off the coast of the ocean, you couldn't find him searching that day when you initially searched, and y'all searched for hours, but then magically y'all found him the next day. Like what did the current take his body all the way the fuck out and way away from the fucking island, and then it magically brought it back again? like what are y'all talking about? That's not how currents work. Like, they gonna take you away. They taking you away to some other destination. This underwater sea currents, like, they flow around. That's how the weather and all that shit kind of gets formed. That's how they know where the storms and shit are gonna be at and shit. It moves in a certain path. It might look crazy to us, but it's gonna take you somewhere. That's why you can throw a fucking bottle of goddamn fucking soda in the goddamn ocean in fucking Florida, and that motherfucking shit can end up in Mexico, or it can end up in fucking China. It has a current that takes you to a certain place. That shit don't bring you back. Once it take you out, it don't bring you back. So I'm like, they want us to believe that it brought him back the next day. That's already suspicious, y'all. It's already fucking suspicious, man. And now it's like you got people added on top. And I'm still trying to be understanding. I'm trying to be centered on this shit. So I don't really run a lot of people off from actually wanting to get information. Because, you know, some people, they get triggered. Oh, you're saying that they did it? It's like, it kind of do look like they did do it. Nope, not right now. Some of them, like, it really looked like they did do it, but I'm trying not to say that because I want the information to come out to find out, because we don't want to leave no stone unturned. Like when we talked about the judge the other day that was speaking on it. Look, man, we can lock people up for underage drinking. We can, and who gave them people the beer? It seemed like that mom was okay with the motherfuckers having beer, especially based off of that picture right there. We got people that can get locked up for theft, at least get arrested for this shit. It's a whole lot of things that a lot of stones that we're not even trying to turn over because we're focusing so much on this. And this shit is just egregious as fuck. Like, and he said something very, very interesting in this shit. If that photo is correct, there are a lot of people that are complicit in this situation. If that kid was beat to death and his body later dumped, even from the beating, all of y'all are implicated in that shit. Every last motherfucker in the pool, even the motherfucker that had USA fucking drone on his fucking chest hair. How y'all motherfuckers graduating high school, first year of college, y'all look like y'all fucking 30, 40 years old, bro. These old looking motherfuckers. Like, for real, like, no bullshit. Let's go back to the picture. These supposed to be kids. This motherfucker in the back here, the one that's got USA tatted, that look like a grown ass man. He look like he about to start balding. Look at that shit. Let me make it a little bit bigger. That motherfucker look like he is about to be balding, y'all. Like, come on now. All of y'all motherfuckers will be complicit. I even seen, when I first tried to find this picture, y'all, like for the thumbnail, a lot of them, they had the pictures blurred. They had their faces blurred out. I'm like, why y'all blurring them people's face out? They ain't no fucking kids no more. These motherfuckers 18 and above. What you blurring this shit out for? And then I started looking at the accounts and the profiles that had that picture attached to it. I was like, I see why. Running defense, running cover. A lot of these motherfuckers don't even know what the fuck happened, and they still running cover. They just automatically running cover. But look, y'all, once again, another update on this shit. We're going to find out. We're going to find out some more because people ain't letting this shit go, bro. People ain't letting this shit go. There's people all over the internet talking about it. You got Benjamin Crump and the rest of the gang on the case. And we're going to find out what happened to this kid. And even if it still turns out that he just happened to drown, even though that looks very unlikely, we still got a lot of questions to ask about all the people out here running defense and all the sketchy ass shit that we're seeing right now. Because they say all lives matter. Okay, then why ain't y'all valuing this life? Why y'all making excuses for why this life shouldn't be looked into anymore? All lives matter. These motherfuckers funny. These niggas funny, bro. Hurricane saying, Nick, you look 30. Martin Lawrence from Bad. But yeah, they're like, ain't gonna bullshit. Was it little Reggie? Was it Reggie? Reggie, oh, I ain't gonna lie, he got a shark face. But look, y'all, man, look. That's all we got, man. I ain't finna linger on this shit, man. I got shit to do. Crack, shake, sugar, move. But y'all make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, share, turn notifications on, all that in the back. So support on all these channels, man. Be safe today, and you know, don't be careful who you hang out with. Be careful who you hang out with for real, because this shit ain't looking right here. But I catch y'all on the next one as always, man.